Tonight we speak with Kim Whaley, professor at the University of Baltimore School of Law and a former assistant U.S. attorney and associate independent counsel on the Whitewater investigation.
Here to react is Kimberly Whaley. She's a professor of law at the University of Baltimore.
We're joined tonight by Kimberly Whaley, law professor.
Kimberly Whaley, a professor at the University of Baltimore Law School, is here with us tonight.
Under the Constitution, the way you get rid of members of Congress is
vote them out.
Or under Article 1, the other members of the Senate in the Senate context can actually expel them.
Well, that's what they're talking about.
But
with Roy Moore.
it takes 2/3 of the Senate to make that decision, and so we're talking big numbers. It's highly unlikely, and so what then applies? What applies are the rules that Congress decides to apply to themselves.
There's been a lot of discussion about education programs and training. I mean, that's great if people take it seriously. And I'm a law professor, but I'm also a parent, and I know that without a consequence, bad behavior just continues. And so whether it be legal or it be kind of self-policing, there need to be clear consequences for this kind of behavior.
You really need what I call a broken arm plaintiff. You need someone that says, I was hurt by this pardon. Okay. And so I'm now different from the rest of the world. I can come in and get a judge to resolve my problem.
So in Hollywood, there are bosses, there are shareholders, there are customers, and when there's bad publicity, there's a concern amongst the higher ups that it's going to be a problem for the company, and so these people are getting rapidly canned and banned without a lot of discussion as to whether the women's allegations are truthful or not.
Tonight we speak with Kim Whaley. She says Rose's quick removal from all his gigs. She writes about this in an op-ed for the Hill newspaper.
In the private sector, it seems that even if there isn't a lot of debate as to whether to believe the women or not, these people are held accountable because there are consequences. Are there consequences for Hollywood moguls and big corporations?
Well, we asked Kim Whaley. She is a law professor at the University of Baltimore.
The answer really, number one, depends on the terms of their contract. So there are federal laws that protect speech in the private context. If it's related to your employment, you can make an agreement, sign a contract that essentially waives those rights.
Feel that there's not enough political pressure put on these politicians right now by constituents?
I think there's some issues regarding sort of constitutional literacy. That is a real understanding of what these politicians are responsible for.